Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted, while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka-amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamuragi kamurami no mikoto mochite. Somemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no gimuka no tachihana no odo no awagi hara ni misogi hara itamo toki ni narimaseru. Araido no mitachi moro moro no maga koto sumike gare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amasu kami kunitsu kami yaoyorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuji koma no mimi furitatete kikoshi meseto kashikomi mumaosu. Miroku o mikami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oyanu shino kami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie ni oyanu shino kami. Mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kam nagara tamachi hae mase. Kam nagara tamachi hae mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glory, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Self-reflection. How precarious is the future of those who, out of their selfishness, sow the seeds of their own misfortune. May each one of us return to a pure state by illuminating the soul with God's divine light. Instead of wasting time criticizing and accusing others, let us first reflect on ourselves, correcting all our shortcomings. In essence, the important thing is to find the best way in accord with the time, place, and circumstances. In order to do this, however, is needed. Wisdom is the ability to make right judgments, and the less clouded the spiritual being is, the more it is endowed with wisdom. Therefore, we should endeavor to remove clouds on the spiritual body as much as we can. What makes this possible is Makoto, the love, integrity, and dedication that come from true faith in God. If there is anyone who is deviating from the right path or is truly bad, God will inevitably pass judgment on that person. So, this shouldn't be your concern. If a human being worries about the present situation or fears for the future, it surely indicates a lack of belief in God's infinite power. What I recommend, therefore, is that you examine your inner attitude before you criticize others. And thank you very much. And today, we heard a beautiful faith testimony that I would like to share with you. Before sharing the faith testimony, I would like just to give you a reminder that this coming Sunday, we have our appreciation and ancestral service here at our national headquarters for the area of New York. All members from New Jersey, from Washington, D.C., from Atlanta, and all those members from here, from the New York area. The faith experience is from Wellington de Souza, from São Lourenço, from Minas Gerais. Wellington, 66 years of age. 2013, he was experiencing financial difficulties as he did not have a steady job and consumed too much alcohol on weekends. During that time, he was doing odd jobs for a friend who eventually hired him to work full-time. This friend is a Johrei member, and in the first few days that he was working full-time, she began to give him Johrei and invited Wellington to visit her Johrei center. Wellington began to frequent the Johrei center, receiving Johrei on a daily basis and giving himself in service to cleaning the center. At first, Wellington was going together with his friend, but later on he began to visit the center on his own. So he also began studying Meishu-sama's teachings, felt very happy with the dedications, and wanted to be more and more present at the center. Wellington is the son of farmers and has regularly helped with farming. And for that reason, he developed pleasure of cultivating soil lands. Consequently, he began to dedicate in the garden of the Johrei Center. In less than a year, Wellington received a blessing because he was able to quit drinking alcohol, which had a very positive influence on his quality of life. With deep gratitude, he wanted to serve this work of salvation, and after completing the membership course, he was allowed to receive the sacred focal point Ohikari in June 2014. So 2018, Wellington was suddenly struck with an intense stomach pain. By medical recommendation, he stopped consuming industrialized and processed foods and gave priority to natural foods grown at home. as he was not able to commute to the Johrei Center due to the pain he was feeling. He received Johrei assistance from Johrei members, while also daily channeling self-Johrei. As the days went by, he felt increasingly better, and little by little he could return to the dedications in the garden of the Johrei Center. Before going to give service, he asked permission from his ancestors, who worked in agriculture, so that he could dedicate together with them. After 4 months, his recovery was amazing. He stopped experiencing stomach discomfort, and he could witness the power of Johrei in nature farming as he overcame his purification without taking any medicine. From then on, Wellington maintained keeping his body free from processed foods and alcohol. He has not experienced any diseases and does not use medications. Johrei, natural foods, and dedications are what sustain him. Today, Wellington is retired, and his health is so good that he decided to continue working. He feels immensely grateful to God and Meishu-sama as well as to his ancestors for allowing him to know and practice nature farming and recovering his health to continue being useful to the divine work. Thank you. With this, I'd like to thank you all very much for attending this service. This brings to a conclusion. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed evening.